Have you ever wondered why the sound of a shamanic drum has such a powerful effect on us, putting us into a trance within minutes? The answer might lie in our earliest life experiences. All of us, as babies in the womb, heard our mother's heartbeat. So, when we hear a repetitive sound like that of a shamanic drum, we are involuntarily transported back to that primordial state of comfort and security in the womb. This sound calms our nervous system and promotes the recovery of other body systems. Notice how water reacts to sounds of different frequencies. Our bodies are composed of about 70% water. Does this suggest that sound might have a healing effect on us? The answer is yes. And in this video, we will explore how sound therapy works, along with presenting 10 healing sounds that can harmonize your body and mind. If you find this topic important, please like the video and watch it to the end to not miss any valuable information for your health. Sound is one of the fundamental bases of the universe. According to quantum physics, everything is composed of waves or vibrations. We live in a world filled with different types of vibrations: high, low, perceptible, and imperceptible, which can be both beneficial and harmful to our bodies and the environment around us. Look closely at these images. Do you notice anything in common between them? No, your eyes are not deceiving you. All these images result from the influence of specific harmonic sound vibrations. Thanks to modern technology, we can literally see sound through devices that transform its emissions into visual images. This has allowed us to better understand how energy, in the form of sound, is absorbed by our physical bodies and how these vibrations influence our organism. Understanding and using the power of sound can be a valuable tool to improve our health and well-being. Stay with us to discover more about how sound vibrations can transform your life. Research conducted by German scientists, led by Peter Hübner, Dr. Abrams from San Francisco, Professor Shushari Jane, and many others, has shown the connection between the voice, any sound, and acoustic vibration with the nervous centers and all systems of the human body. From birth, we are exposed to a variety of sounds. Swiss physician Hans Jenny from Basel, though not the first to discover the healing properties of sound, conducted a series of fascinating experiments that literally allow us to see how sound works. Jenny became a pioneer in studying the formative properties of sound waves. Jenny conducted experiments by placing liquids or powder on a metal plate connected to an oscillator. Essentially, an oscillator is a vibrating device, but in this specific case, it was controlled by a generator capable of producing thousands of types of frequencies. By varying the frequency of the oscillator, Jenny discovered that sand, water, or other substances formed surprising geometric patterns under the influence of sound. These patterns mimicked the properties of divine geometry, and the higher the frequency, the more complex they became. In other words, sound transforms chaos into harmony. As Jenny said, sound is not a disordered chaos. It is a dynamic but ordered pattern. Ancient healers knew that the human body could be tuned like an orchestra. First, the individual instruments corresponding to our systems and organs are tuned, and then the entire organism. Essentially, any disease is a manifestation of chaos in the body. By applying harmonic sounds, we restore the original harmony, just as we restore a smartphone to factory settings. Some of the healing frequencies used by sound therapists to harmonize the body include 285 Hz, which sends a general signal to cells and tissues, promoting healing and causing a feeling of renewal and lightness in the body. 528 Hz, a frequency for DNA healing, cell restoration, and awakening consciousness. 639 Hz, a vibration associated with the heart. 741 Hz, a frequency that promotes cell cleansing and healing against the effects of electromagnetic radiation. 852 Hz, a frequency that awakens intuition. And 963 Hz, which activates the activity of the pineal gland and brings the body back to its original perfect state. The renowned academic Bekhterev was the first to highlight the potential of sound therapy. He founded a committee to research singers and musicians and experimentally demonstrated that sounds can restore the systems of the human body. Based on these studies, he developed a device called a multivibrator. Each organ and system of the body has its own resonant frequency. When a person becomes ill, the vibration frequency changes, and the systems and organs cannot function fully. This is where resonance with harmonic vibrations becomes necessary. Let's explore the top 10 types of sound therapy that can harmonize your state. The first is the practice of mantras, one of the most powerful techniques in the Vedic tradition. For example, the shortest and most famous mantra, the seed sound Om, generates specific frequencies. During deep meditation, yogis not only pronounce the sound Aum or Om, but also visualize the Sri Yantra Mandala, which is considered the representation of this sound, one of the oldest in the world. Interestingly, scientists have discovered that the triangles in the Sri Yantra are constructed based on the number P and the harmonic laws of the golden ratio. The second method is the impact of rhythm. The most common example is the shamanic drum, capable of inducing a trance state. Any rhythm carries an emotional charge and has a specific impact on the body. The rhythm of music can speed up or slow down the body's metabolic processes, relax or tone the muscles, and so on. Share in the comments if you have ever had this experience. How does the shamanic drum affect you? The third type is music therapy. The beneficial impact of musical works on general well-being has long been recognized. Music therapy is widely used in modern Western clinics. The founder of music therapy, Swiss educator and composer Émile Jacques Dalcroze, has given his name to a profession. A music therapist is a certified specialist who uses musical works in their practice. The positive influence of different melodies is constantly being studied. For example, a fast melody increases heart rate, accelerates blood circulation, and improves the nutrition of all organs. On the other hand, a slow and soft melody lowers blood pressure and calms the listener. The fourth point is the use of bells. The sound of bells accelerates recovery. In ancient times during epidemics, the ringing of bells was constant to disperse contaminated air. It was found that the vibrations of bells could kill the causative agents of many diseases. Learn more about this in our material on the sound of bells. Bioenergy specialists claim that the sound of a bell causes a powerful influx of energy, revitalizing the body. In St. Petersburg, psychiatrist Gnezidlov has successfully used the sound of bells for the rehabilitation of his patients. Another effective method is the use of Tibetan singing bowls in harmonizing therapy. It was discovered that with the help of a tuning fork, not only can musical instruments be tuned, but also our bodies. The tuning fork is usually placed on symmetrical parts of the body, such as the ears, hands, and legs. There are different methodologies, all with proven high efficacy. Certain musical instruments have specific harmonizing effects. For example, the sound of the guitar is beneficial for the normal functioning of the gastrointestinal tract. The gusli, a unique instrument, also has harmonizing properties. If anyone already owns a gusli, please share your experience in the comments of this video. Another method of healing is through the sounds of nature. The noise of rain, the rustling of leaves, the singing of birds, and the sound of waves on the sand create a specific psycho-emotional environment that has healing effects on us. There are specific recommendations, such as listening to the echo of the mountains, the buzzing of bees, the sounds of the forest, and even the ticking of a clock for vascular disorders. For neurasthenia, it is recommended to listen to the chirping of sparrows, the crickets, and the croaking of frogs. For cardiovascular diseases, the song of nightingales and the sounds of streams, waterfalls, and the sea can be beneficial and boost immunity. The pronunciation of specific sounds is one of the oldest forms of sound therapy, consisting of the prolonged intonation of sounds, often vowels, known as toning. Interestingly, we practice toning intuitively when we are in physical or emotional pain, emitting sounds that our body demands, even if it's just a groan. These healing practices are well known, simple, and effective. For example, the practice of the 6 healing sounds is widely recognized. The lungs benefit from the sound expelled slowly through the teeth with the lips slightly parted. The kidneys are favored by the sound chu, similar to the sound we make when blowing out a candle. The liver and gallbladder prefer the sounds shi. The heart is revitalized by the sound ha, and the sound hu is beneficial for the spleen, pancreas, and stomach. Finally, the sound restores the body's energy balance and relieves fatigue. Chanting has magical properties, especially vowel sounds, which have a powerful impact on us and the world around us. For general rejuvenation and longevity, it is useful to prolong the sound O at a constant pitch, as it benefits the endocrine system. The combination of the sounds O and I has a healing effect on the heart, with the I being prolonged twice as long as the O. The sound A is effective in treating tonsillitis. In ancient Russia, it was common to pass sounds through the body, not just with instruments like the gusli, but also with the voice itself. When emitting sounds, they should travel through all parts of the body, ears, nose, knees, etc. Where the sound does not pass, there is stagnation and cold, indicating that this area needs attention. The sound should travel through the body down to the heels and return in a cycle. For this practice, syllables or all the vowels, O, A, U, E, I, can be used. The more figurative the language, the more the sounds are filled with divine force. It is believed that the older and more powerful the language, the more vowels it has. And there are combinations of sounds that are literally miraculous, such as E and A. In the past, sound was used to revive people who had lost consciousness, and can be utilized autonomously in cases of nervous exhaustion or energy loss. The range of action for each sound is much broader than what is presented in this video. Research shows that prolonged singing of a specific sound can stimulate the brain, the pituitary gland, and the thyroid gland. Chanting these sounds for a long period brings joy, good mood, increases connection with higher spiritual planes, promotes self-understanding and self-development, and enhances and strengthens creative abilities. These benefits are not limited to this. These combinations of sounds are easily found in Russian folk songs. Music is often compared to the flow of a river, a pure energy that should not be obstructed. Nowadays, many people face a state of emptiness, emotional fatigue, and sometimes even depression. How to deal with these feelings? How to learn to control oneself and manage emotions? Vocal practices and sound therapy are particularly effective in addressing these issues. This is precisely what the next free masterclass by psychotherapist, researcher of Vedic culture, and expert in the impact of sound on consciousness, Evgeny Koinov, is about. Titled, How to Eliminate Negative Emotions with the Power of Voice in 15 Minutes. The webinar will teach how and why sound affects the emotional state, which songs are most suitable for this, and which practices allow for controlling emotions using the voice. You will learn to quickly transform your internal state, process, and dissipate negativity without self-destruction, and relieve emotional fatigue. You made it to the end. This shows how much you value your well-being and seek to understand the transformative power of sound. The journey we've taken together today is not just about knowledge, but about the deep healing and harmony we can bring into our lives. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Your presence is proof that we are all connected by these wonderful vibrations. Every sound, every frequency we explored has the potential to transform our reality. And it's incredible to know that you share this vision. You are a part of this transformation. Now, you have the tools to harmonize your body and mind. Imagine how many people can benefit from this wisdom if you share this knowledge. Together, we can create a more balanced and healthy world, where every drumbeat, every sound of nature, and every chant resonates with positive energy. Immense gratitude for your time and attention. Your dedication to seeking knowledge is inspiring and motivates us to continue bringing content that can truly make a difference in people's lives. Until next time.